Hmm. You know, I wonder out there in that desert if all those visions. I remember one of the visions I got to watch was Vajrapani walking on a beach and then dying and disintegrating into dust. Before that, there was a storm god. Um, I don't know what his name was, but he had like women all around him. Vajrapani had a thing for Nagas or something. These are all just scrambled memories. But I remember screaming in horror when I watched the Vajrapani guy die. Uh, the I wonder if out there I saw my own death. I wonder if out there if I lied about being able to stop the church the second time in fear, believing that because it's prophecy, people believe prophecy, you know. I think when I think about this situation, um, I can tell you this for true. Uh, there was no way I was gonna win this situation. Um, I Poisoning somebody with heavy metals is one hell of a way to win anything, but when you have no values or anything like that, you're willing to commit every atrocity known to man. You have no morals, you're willing to do all the bad things no matter what. Um, that's just how that be, you know. Um, Weak person, stupid person, I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't. I personally wouldn't know. Uh, I'm not driven by money or getting an obese wife or whatever. I just want to live my life. And yeah, I'll say this factually. I think everybody can agree large amounts of money make everything easier. And yeah, in my mind, my own headcanon, I could see me fixing things and helping people, unlike this church that just wants to cause maximum human suffering and then all the rich fucks get to fuck around and be stupid and rape kids because apparently that's what's holy and important. Like, how you can be so far removed from God is just beyond me, but I think the truth, the true here is, Jesus hates religious people. God hates religious people. Uh, that's why he chose an atheist for this task. Um, I guess I already did a apology video. And I know these people. When you apologize, you're weak. That's what happens. Only weak people apologize. Because I'm a 2-year old. I can't say sorry because I think like a 2-year old. Um, I can't imagine being that pathetic. Oh, man. Oh, want to say I'm sorry I didn't recover fast enough from heavy metals. Want to say I'm sorry I didn't order EDTA faster, which I think EDTA only came on the market recently. I think it was declassified. I'm not sure though on that. Um, I want to apologize for having a learning comprehension disorder. Uh, I think if I didn't have that, I'd be able to comprehend the legal jargon on the pro se filing stuff. But whenever I talk to an attorney, they just scream legal, 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 and then run off. So I I think attorneys are spineless. Um, I think they're spineless cowards. Uh, I would like to thank Giovani for making an attempt to help me, even though I didn't even know what he was doing. I really didn't. He sent me the video of me and the baby, and I was watching Demon Slayer with my brother, and I went to open the thing in the fucking van they have out there, reset my phone and deleted the video out of it. That guy got himself killed for that. Giovani, I know you're not watching this because you're dead, but you are more of a man than anybody in that church. You are the most masculine being ever. Okay? Everybody in that church is a garbage human being. They're pathetic. They're all cowards. That's their nature. To live in fear and cower. They let fear make their decisions. You didn't let fear make your decision because you're a man. And for what it's worth, dude, I wished I could have helped you. I would like to apologize for my shortcomings. I would like to apologize for my lack of assets. I would like to apologize because nobody is going to help me. No man is an island. That is a fact. That is why the church leaders need so much help from everybody. They are codependent on people processing their emotions. If there is anybody that is proof that that you can't live alone, it's literally the church leaders. They're the most pathetic bunch of people. But then again, everybody in the church is a codependent on the church. So they are the second most pathetic bunch of people. The saddest, weakest people ever that virtue signal and pretend to be strong when they're weak. I have never seen such garbage in all my life. And it's amazing that trash gets as far as it does. That's what's really impressive. I got one last idea. Maybe two or three, honestly. But, one last idea. To go to court. And, I used to say this when I was like 14 or 15, living in Ackworth and Autry, is time to rip that band-aid off, son. Time to rip that band-aid off, son. Close your eyes, grit your teeth, and yeah! I'm a hairy boy, so when I pull band-aids off, they hurt. They're not very pleasant. As for miracles, accidents, whatever I am, my story in itself was absolutely hilarious, even if it ends badly. Well, maybe that's the truth. Maybe I'm just a joke. I mean, anal eating mummy god did call me Loki at one point and said that you're Loki, like, and maybe I am. Maybe the truth is I'm just me. I wouldn't know to be anything else. I've done a lot of things recently that I didn't think I'd ever do. Anything from smashing a store window to trying to go down to a district court office and file pro se. But it's amazing how many useless people exist on this planet, and how many people are willing to just scream legal, legal, legal instead of actually help you is just wow. Oh man. Yeah. Getting a tooth pulled out of my head actually was one of the biggest things that actually gave me a lot of self-confidence, because I realized I can handle a lot of pain. I don't know how I forgot that, because I've been getting hurt my entire life, so. Oh, man. I had a flashback to Blondie at Papa John's, and he was like, I'm gonna take his wife, and I'm gonna keep hurting him, and blah, blah, blah. I realized he was talking about me, and I just looked at him and was, Blondie, you have to stop hurting this guy. And he was like, you don't understand, it's all his fault, it's his fault, because he's a victim. Oh, man. Dude, maybe the thing I should wish for that would really fix the church is nobody's allowed to ever play the victim, ever. You guys are not allowed to ever play the victims in anything. Blondie's never allowed to say he's the victim. It just, everybody's going to be forced to take accountability. You fucked up, okay? Anybody that refuses that will have it tattooed on their head. I'm a fuck up, okay? Like, a guy once said, "You are not your mistakes." Yeah. Yeah, that be that way sometimes. I bet Blondie can fucking vibe with that for sure. Oh, man. I just picture myself out there on the cross becoming one of their flesh portals and fucking kill my ass and gut me. And Stu's in there dealing with imaginary Bob because world knows the biggest mistake is Stu's life is going to have me, putting me in his head because he's going to be like, "Oh, man, I'm fucking with you, Stu. No, 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 get him out, get him out, get him out." Just picture him screaming. Dude, the most self-righteous horse shit I ever heard was when Stu was like, "You kill them when they hate you, and then they understand in the drug world." And you're just like... I said it. Blondie, Stu, Gannon, Officer Fred, any other you dumb sons of bitches that failed to stop me, because that's what you did, you failed, because it's in your blood, it is in your nature. That's why you cheat at everything, because you're losers. That's just a fact. Even at this, what did you do? You took advantage of the fact that I have a learning comprehension disability and I don't know shit about court. And yeah, oh, you know things I don't know. Well, here's a fun fact. I can know things you don't know. You don't know everything I know. That's for fucking true. What was I gonna say? I understand why you did what you did, but I ain't gonna forgive it. I understand why all those people died, and you guys scream it's my fault for not following your stupid, arbitrary rules that you decided to force onto a civilian who doesn't know anything about your church, who doesn't give a fuck about your church, doesn't give a fuck about your rules, doesn't give a fuck about you. Okay? And this is just the bare bones truth, okay? You're weak people. And just like a 2-year-old, what do? Follow the rules, follow the rules, follow the rules. But let's be honest, you don't actually follow the rules. Stu stole money from the church under my name. He should be dead. He's not. So you don't follow the rules, okay? Blondie reported me to the FBI when I was president. He should be dead. Because he doesn't follow the rules. If Blondie was so gung-ho about following the rules, he'd be like, "Well, I called the FBI. Rules is the rules." Stu would be like, "I stole money from the church." Gannon would be like, "I'm an ugly fuck." Fred would be like, "Man, I'm so insecure and the world would be better off without me." Okay. Like... don't ask for miracles. And when somebody does something good for you, the proper response is not to just keep hurting them again and again and again. Okay? I don't think Augusta Gore or Jasmine or the other wives are watching this video, but all they did when they took me out there to that awful place. And I remember this lawyer told me one day you're going to crave to come back here. That place is a nightmare. Okay? It holds nothing but horror in my mind. I remember watching Mad Max with the wives and them talking about how they're the wives in the movie and each of them had their own name, like Toast the Knowing or Cheeto, and that was probably one of the few occasions I had fun out there. The rest of my time out there was a nightmare. It was just hell on earth constantly. Drugged, doing things I would never do otherwise, never in control of anything. Like, hats off to the president I will openly say this, he is more of a man than me, but I'm just also gonna say, like, that this might be that what's normal for a spider is hell for a fly. That's his dream world out there. Sex with everything on the planet and doing drugs. Okay, that ain't my world, dude. That ain't my world, and it'll never be my world. I hope it'll never be my world. You know. To the wives, I don't think anybody else is coming. Uh, I have a theory that Blondie's gonna be like, I'll trade you Mary Bowberry if you let me put you in prison. I'm so smart, I'm gonna be the big hero. And I'm gonna be like, hey Blondie, guess what this noise is? Bang! Then he's, Bobby? No! Oh, he's dead! Oh god! Oh, I have completely fucking failed! My plan was stupid to begin with! I'm such an imbecile! You might go, Bobby, but if you said you want to turn yourself in and you want to help people, I do. But if you help Blondie, Blondie's going to do the bad things. He's going to become popular. He's going to become super fucking hyper visible. And then he's going to go insane with power and then just hurt people because all he knows how to do is hurt people. He does not know how to be a compassionate, kind, true leader. He knows how to be an asshole. That is it. That is his only skill in life. He does not know how to do anything else. He can virtue signal out the ass and pretend, but he cannot actually be anything more than that. He is a permanently stuck child. Forever. To Blondie, that guy you knew out there in the desert, that wasn't me. That was the guy that you people think is amazing. That's who that guy was. I'm pretty sure there's probably more I could say, but I feel like I've gotten my courage back. I have mental clarity for the first time in my life. I'm not diffused or crazy or demented or whatever. And I feel like I need to make sure that I keep more aluminum from reaccumulating in my brain, which is what I believe happened. Why I was so timid and scared, and like, oh, I'm so scared to go to court. Oh, I'm so scared of this. I'm so scared. I was never scared. I just had aluminum in my body, and I can't tell the brain can't tell the difference. Yeah. The Yeah. I if I had my way in this, I would have just walked outside and had a friend down here and just decked him in the head and had them file charges against me so I could go to court. We don't live in that world.